All right, one guy who was supposed to fight at UFC 229. We were oh so excited about it. He announced on this program not that long ago that he'd be fighting against Jose Alberto Quinonez, the one and only Sugar Sean O'Malley. Unfortunately, announced yesterday that he is no longer fighting on the card, and now he is kind enough to be joining us to clear the air and talk a little more about it. Here's Sean O'Malley joining us via the magic of Skype. Sean, how are you?
What's up? What's up, Ariel?
All right, so when did you find out that you were off UFC 229?
Well, I believe it was 2 Wednesdays ago, possibly 3 Wednesdays ago, when I got tested by USADA. They called me a week later, right before I was about to spar. I was about to do three rounds in a row, and they told me right before sparring. They said, sample A came back positive, and so that I knew I asked them. I said, what's it like? I didn't do anything. What are the chances of me fighting? I didn't really understand. Like right then and there, that's pretty much me off the card. They said the chances of you fighting are very, very low, but we're gonna have to wait till sample B comes back to kind of decide or to see what it is, if it was positive or negative. But they said USADA's never had a sample B be different than a sample A. So, I was waiting for like 10 days, not sure if I was fighting. I knew they said there was 1 in a million chance that sample was going to come back different. So I was still training. It was kind of hard to train with hearing that. I was kind of honestly depressed for a few days, knowing not knowing if I was fighting or not, and kind of the whole just situation was kind of depressing. So I knew about a week or 10 days before I announced it that I was off, or not that I was off, but that I was probably going to be off. So it was kind of weird doing interviews still trying to stay positive and try, I'd rather, I don't know. It was weird, man. It was super weird.
What did you test positive for?
It's called ostarine, and I guess that's the one that catches everyone. That's kind of in random pills, and I feel like there's got to be something a new rule implemented or something. Because this has happened too many times, and it's not fair. I'm about to go make a six-figure payday, and my stock's about to go up. I'm about to go knock out this dude in the first round, and I'm getting punished for something I didn't do, and intentionally. Jose got lucky. I was gonna go out there and put on a performance, and it breaks my heart. There's been nights where I just kind of sit up and just it's not, I don't know, but I'm trying to I'm kind of over it. It's still something I'm dealing with. I love fight week. I love the media. I love all that stuff. So for them to take that away from me for something I didn't do, and on levels I tested so low, like it just sucked.
Do you have any idea why it showed up in your system?
Well, I have a couple different. Well, I sent in the supplement that I believe it is. And they say I overnighted it. I overnight sent it there. They say, okay, now it's about to take 3 to 4 weeks, and it's super frustrating. Like, and I guess they're super backed up with NFL, NBA, MLB, all the other sports, UFC. They're super backed up, so they said it's gonna take 3 to 4 weeks, which really sucks for me. It's $1,000 a supplement to test, so I'm really hoping it's these caffeine pills that I took. I didn't think anything of it. Obviously the ingredients on the caffeine pills are all USADA approved. It's what wasn't on the ingredients that's what I popped for. So it sucks, man.
So you think you took a tainted supplement and that's what got you?
Yeah.
The UFC said on Friday via a report in ESPN that they will no longer announce sort of provisional suspensions, that they will let the process play out before announcing a fighter's fate, unlike what they've done in the past. Yet in this case, you came out and broke the news yourself and have been very open, and I think you deserve a lot of credit for that. Why did you decide to make that choice? Why did you announce it?
Yeah, I was going back and forth with, my team, and I was talking, I was like, I got a lot of advice they're like, this could be career suicide, kind of. I mean, like, there's no need for you to release this. People are going to talk bad. And I just had I had this guilty feeling in my stomach not telling the fans why I'm not fighting. No one knew. No one was releasing that I wasn't fighting. So I felt the need, and I'm not worried about, I don't know. I don't feel too worried about people thinking I'm on steroids or that I'm trying to cheat. It's just not me. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like the fans and everyone, they know that deep down that I'm not trying to cheat. And I wasn't. I don't know. It's still kind of. I felt weird posting it. It just sucks, man. It feels. I'm kind of speechless. It feels like it's all kind of a. It's not even real life. I never thought I could see myself in this position where I'm in a case like this, but I'm dealing with it okay. I'm not gonna stop training. Whether I think the suspension is a 6-month suspension, and unless we can really narrow it down, and if it is these caffeine pills, maybe USADA will let me off. Let me off early, and maybe I really would like to fight by the end of the year. I know there's a card in Vegas at the end of the year. I know that MSG card's probably too soon, but I definitely want to fight by the end of the year.
What was the reaction to you coming out with the news?
What was that?
What is the reaction that you have received from fans since you've come out with this? Have you looked?
Man, it's been I haven't checked the comments, but I've been getting hundreds of messages from the fans saying that they believe me, that they're still on my side. They're heartbroken that I'm not fighting. So it's been overwhelmed. Like I don't know. I'm not surprised I'm getting that feedback because I feel like I'm pretty close with my fans. Especially when I stream and play Xbox. Like I talk to a lot of fans on there, and they know me on a real level. Like that's just me. When I'm playing Xbox and I'm talking to these guys, that's me. So I feel like I've been getting a good feedback. I know that all these guys trust me. They believe my story, and they know that, I'm not. I actually have a video of me talking because I had my YouTube girl Jessica following me around for this whole fight camp, and she had a video of me saying, "Yeah, I just took these caffeine pills before practice, like an hour before I got tested by USADA." So I'm hoping that that will be able to play into my case and prove that I'm innocent and prove that I didn't do this intentionally and get off I mean I'd like to get a 3-month suspension. I don't think they've ever done something that little, but I mean this is silly, man. They know how low of levels it was. They know it's just it sucks. I don't know, man.
Why do you take caffeine pills?
Well, that time I took a caffeine pill because, usually I just drink coffee. That's kind of my pre-workout is coffee. I didn't want to drink coffee that close to practice. I was about to spar, do 3 rounds in a row, and I didn't want to drink coffee and get my stomach all acidic. So I just took a caffeine pill. I didn't think anything of it. I pretty much thought of it as like a coffee and a pill. You know what I mean? I didn't think anything of it, and next thing you know, I'm getting a call saying I tested positive. So we got to be, we got to make sure we check our supplements, I guess. I know that the ingredients in that supplement were all USADA approved, but still, I don't know. I don't know what else I could have done. I wasn't taking anything that I wasn't supposed to be taking. Like, it's just the situation.
You said it's very low levels. Do you know what the levels were?
They sent it just says there's low, medium, and high, I think, and mine just said low. They sent me like a 79-page thing that a bunch of graphs and stuff, and I was kind of looking through it, trying to figure out if it said this specific amount. I couldn't find anywhere on there, but I know that it's in there. I just have to ask maybe Jeff Nowitzki what the exact numbers were.
Okay. And I remember when you were on the show, you were so excited to be a part of this card. You wanted to steal the show. It was a big opportunity for you. And obviously you're very upset. Could you go back to when you found out that you were officially off the card and how it affected you?
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks because I really planned on going and stealing the show. I feel like there's no one that is more excited for fight week than I am. I get so excited for all of the media, the open workouts, all of the interviews, the meet and greets, all of this stuff. And it'd be so stupid if I know USADA comes and tests me. It's not like I'm stupid enough to take something I know I'm not supposed to take with the biggest fight of my life coming up, a 6-figure payday, fight week, all this stuff's about to be huge. And for them to even think that I would take something that I'm not supposed to is silly. But yeah, right when I got the news, Jeff called me. It was about literally probably 5 minutes before sparring, and I'm about to go do three rounds with a fresh guy each round. So, I instantly kind of went into tears, and I was like, man, is this real life? Like, I drove home. I sent him a picture of all my supplements, drove back to the gym, sparred, went home, didn't sleep, was up all night just thinking of like, just kind of in shock almost. Just I didn't want to go back to training. I didn't want to do anything. I was kind of depressed and just not really accepting it. But I just have to accept this is what it is, and I just need to move forward. And I feel like because I've known about this for like 2 weeks, so it was a rough couple of weeks knowing that I might not be fighting, getting all these questions, doing interviews, like, and it's been a really, really weird couple of weeks. It's still kind of hard to deal with at night. I lay there, I get so excited for these fights, and I was going to go out there and put on a performance of my life and go out there and just, do what I do, and to get that taken away from me, for me literally not doing anything, it sucks, man.
So right now, you're not really sure about the timeline, right? You don't know when you'll find out, but you're hopeful that you'll be cleared of this by the end of the year?
Yeah, it kind of like it kind of depends on these pills I sent in. They say 3 to 4 weeks. I sent them in a couple of days ago, so I'm hoping maybe they can push those forward a little bit and maybe cut it down to 2 weeks and find out if it was those caffeine pills. And if not, then I'm gonna have to ask Jeff what else he thinks it could have been. I sent these pills to Jeff, and he said, "I bet those are it. We've had problems with them before." And so I'm really hoping it's these caffeine pills, and we can just, move on from this and get another fight booked. And I'd really like. I don't know if Jose got a fight, but he lucked out, man. He really did. I was about to go out there and embarrass him, so it couldn't win any better for him.
Will you abstain from watching 229? Will it hurt too much?
Yeah, I'm gonna go camping and talk with my higher self and just kind of reset and be out in the woods and just reconnect with nature and just kind of get away from everything for a few days.
You just don't want to watch.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really care anymore. I'm over it. I mean, as far as the fight goes, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it. I'm super excited for like Connor and Khabib, but in another way, I don't really want to watch it. I kind of sucks. But I think I'm gonna go to. My parents are gonna be in Vegas. They're super upset about the whole situation, so I think I might go out there tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and then fly back Friday morning and go camping. So I'll probably miss the fight and weigh-in.
Okay. Are you worried that this is gonna stick with you? That people will call you a cheater, a steroid user?
I don't think so. I think I don't think so. From the feedback I've been getting, I think everyone kind of, this is almost like a joke to me. It's like, seriously, I'm 147 pounds and 5'11". Like, I don't look like I'm on steroids. I don't feel like I'm on steroids. I don't act, you know what I mean? I think the fans are smart enough to kind of see the real in it. And it's not, the amount of times this has happened where someone got busted and it ended up being a tainted supplement, it's quite a bit nowadays. So I think the fans are starting to see that too. I think I don't think I'll get a bad reputation from this. I don't.
Hang in there, my man. I think it says a lot about you that you're the one who broke the news, that you're the one that came out with it. I don't know if you know the story of Andy Pettitte, the former pitcher for the New York Yankees, but while all the guys were getting popped over the years, or the last decade or so, I thought, did it the best way. He was truthful about it. He was upfront about it. He explained why things were in his system. He was injured at the time. And your situation reminds me a little bit of his as well. I don't think it will stick with you, especially if you are vindicated here. So hopefully you're able to keep your head up, your spirits high, and then we'll get to see you back in there sooner rather than later. I appreciate you coming on and doing this, Sean. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Ariel, thanks for letting me on short notice. And then I also, Tim and I we have a podcast on my YouTube channel. It was the day after I got called from USADA. I talk about it a lot on there, so it's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, thank you for letting me come on here and kind of tell my side of the story. And I just want to thank all the fans that are on my side and believe me and, continue to follow me. And, hopefully I'll be back in there by the end of the year.
Appreciate it very much. All the best to you, Sean. Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right, there he is, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Unfortunately, he will not be competing on Saturday night at UFC 229, but reminding me a lot of that situation with Andy Pettitte, and hopefully he is able to clear this up and get back in there sooner rather than later. I'll tell you who probably knows a thing or two about that story. That that reference probably goes over a lot of people's head in this sport, because a lot of people who like MMA, who are fans of MMA, typically live in a bubble and don't like other sports.